see me now? Okay. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Right when I'm talking, shit start acting up. Hold on. Okay. All right. There we go. I think I'm back. Okay. All right, what's up, guys? I'm back. Okay, that was a crazy glitch that went down right there. All right, I'm back. That was a hell of a crazy glitch that I just had. Okay? That was a very crazy glitch I just had. All right, we're back. We're back. Yeah, my joint just completely froze up. Let me do a couple of things real quick. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, I was talking about family, and that thing just kind of froze right on up. Major freeze. All right, hold on 1 second. Y'all, hold on 1 second. Let me try to clear some things off of here real quick. Hopefully that will make everything cool. And y'all bear with me 1 second. All right. All right. All right, I'm back on. Shout out to Philly, shout out to LA, shout out to everybody. We're back up. All right, by the way, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Hit the thumbs up button and then hit the subscribe button. All right? All right. All right. But like I was saying, it's very important to spend time with your family because you never know when it's going to be your last day. You never know when you're going to be out of here. You never know. It's very important to make sure you're with your folks, your loved ones. It's very, very important. Somebody said, why is TMZ always the first? And from what I understand, they were reporting on the death and the crash even before the family was notified. You know, a lot of these news outlets, they are clicked in with law enforcement. Law enforcement and some of these media outlets, they got a plug. You know, they got a plug. They're plugged in with each other. So they're tipped off before, you know, a lot of folks know what's popping. Yeah. But everybody hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Everybody come on in. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. And refresh your page if you need to. Refresh your page if you need to. Now, the issue that I've been having as far as this Kobe Bryant situation, have you guys noticed that the white supremacists, particularly the white liberals, and very particularly the white supremacist suspect females, they have been showing their asses today as far as the Kobe Bryant tragedy. We've been seeing these white supremacist suspect feminists, so-called feminists, they're just regular white supremacists, suspects. They've been showing their asses. There's been some white dudes too, but really the white supremacist suspect liberal women, they've used this as an opportunity to really show how down they are for some white supremacy. Black people, we don't have allies. We do not have allies. We do not have friends. We do not have any coalitions with anybody. They've been showing out all day today online, on the news. They've been extremely disrespectful. They've used this as an opportunity to spew their anti-black hatred and hide it behind that bogus rape case that Kobe had back in 2002 or 2003, that he was cleared of. He wasn't convicted of that, but they've been using that to basically use Kobe as a proxy for all black people. This is their opportunity to throw shots. We've been seeing a lot of these white feminists on Twitter, and let's start looking at some of this stuff. Let's go to Twitter. Let me bring my Twitter up, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's look at some of this stuff, some of these white supremacist suspects. Look at some of the stuff they've been saying. Hold on, it's been heavy. Okay, some of these people are shutting their stuff down. This one white woman right here, Julia something, we got on her. I retweeted some of her anti-Kobe, anti-black stuff, and she deleted it. Hold on. There's a few of them. Hold on. This one right here. This is Lauren Hall, however you pronounce her name. But she's a white feminist. And she said, and before the eulogies began, Kobe Bryant was a fucking rapist. Okay? So this is one of these blue check white feminists, and I've gotten on her before. I've gotten on this woman before because of her little slick anti-black comments. This is me getting on her a year ago. I said, this is from 2000. This was a year ago today, damn near. This was damn near a year ago today. January 25th, 2019. She said something like, I think it's important to remember that any given moment a guy named Jim Bob is losing his shit because black people give their kids weird names. And because she was all in my mentions because I was criticizing Kamala Harris. She's a Democratic shill, this woman here. This is a Democratic shill. So they were getting on me for criticizing Kamala Harris. So I start pulling up all her racist ass tweets. And also I pulled up another one where she was talking about, I said, hey, Lauren, according to your own tweets, your family isn't too fond of us black people either, as your stepdad calls us niggas. She said that her stepdad refers to black people as niggas. So I'm pulling up the receipts on her and her racist ass family, okay? So these are the Democratic shills, liberals. These are the people who we're supposed to be voting for. Hold on one second. Hold on, there's the damn ghost. Open up my door. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Sorry about that. Nigga, my door just randomly opened. Like Candyman was gonna walk in this motherfucker. All right. All right. So this is why, family, these people are the ones who want us to vote for them. This is the kind of contempt that they have for us. This is the kind of contempt they have for us. Now, I know you guys saw the clip on MSNBC. I know you saw the clip on MSNBC. There was a white woman news anchor on MSNBC. Her name is Allison Morris. So she did this real weird Freudian slip. What was this? Why is Lexi texting me? Okay. Now look at this clip here. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up. Now this is Allison Morrison. This is her on MSNBC. Remember, MSNBC is the liberal news network. MSNBC is supposed to be the liberal news network. They're left wing. Now look at what she pulled off. Hold on. Let me pull it, make it bigger. Hold on. Hold on. Come on, damn. Am I freezing again? Okay. All right, hold on.
Athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to have athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could.
Okay, did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? Hold on, my backup, I know I froze, but all right. Did y'all catch that? Let me play it one more time.
Athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're going to.
Okay, so that's Allison Morris, who said in the wake of Kobe's death, he played on the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm like, what kind of Freudian slip is that? That's that little thing they do when they say Martin Luther King, oops, I mean King. Martin Luther King, oops, I mean King. Now, that wasn't, how do you make that kind of a slip? The Los Angeles niggers, oops, I mean Lakers? How do you make that kind of slip? And she tried to explain why she made that slip, ladies and gentlemen. Because it makes no sense. The Los Angeles niggers, I mean Lakers. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is her excuse because so many people called her out on it. Let's go back to the receipts here. So many people called her out on this. This is what her excuse was. Hold on. Her excuse was, this is her on Twitter. She said, earlier today, while reporting on the tragic news of Kobe Bryant's passing, I unfortunately stuttered on air, combining the name of the Knicks and the Lakers to say Nakers. I apologize. Please know I would never use a racial term. I apologize for the confusion. The Nakers. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard what that woman said. It wasn't no Nakers. These white supremacist suspects will lie to your ass and tell you you didn't hear what you heard. You heard what I played. You know it didn't say Nakers. It was very clear, niggers. The Los Angeles niggers. She didn't say no damn Nakers. Not only that, her excuse didn't make no sense. What does the Knicks have to do with Kobe Bryant? What does the Knicks have to do with Kobe? That don't make sense. I meant to say the Knicks and the Lakers. The Knicks don't have nothing to do with Kobe Bryant. These people will lie to your face and tell you your ears are lying. What you heard wasn't right. My lies are right. Kobe has zero to do with the damn New York Knicks. So for you to even say that would make no sense. Y'all want to hear it again? Let me play it one more time and y'all let me know if y'all heard Nakers. Hold on one second. Come on. God damn, this thing keeps freezing, man. Okay. Okay, this thing keeps freezing on me. Keeps freezing on me. Don't know why they must be messing with my internet tonight. All right? They must be messing with my internet tonight. I'm going to play it one more time. All right, I'm going to play it one more time. All right, hold on, just so y'all can hear it again. Let me see if y'all heard Naked.
The kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask niggers,
That's not Nakers. That's not Nakers. All right? That's not Nakers. Oh, that's not Nakers, guys. That's niggers as clear as day. That is niggers as clear as day. All right, let's be very clear. Let's be very, very clear. And y'all bear with me. I guess they're messing with my internet tonight. It's okay. We're going to make it pop off. Whenever there's a heavy subject like this, usually all of a sudden we start getting the janky feedback. But you heard what you heard. They're showing their asses. Now, there are some Sambos out here. There are some Sambos. Let me find some of those clips of Sambos here. They have, hold on, there's some cake soap Twitter, and here's another thing. This girl is a little Nigerian mammy. I listened to it 10 times and I can hear Nakers. So this is a Jollof mammy. Not all my Nigerian brothers and sisters are coons, but she's one of them. She is one. Okay? Oh, man. Okay. Hold on. There's some other coons. Hold on. There's other coons. 1 second. Let me play some of these. I'll show some screenshots of some of these other coons. I'm trying to find them. Hold on. Now I can't find shit when I'm looking for it. But yeah, there's other Sambo. Okay, yeah, here's one. Some Washington, D.C. Sambo. Look at this Sambo. He works in the news. Derek McGinty out there in Washington, D.C. I's believer. It sounds like niggers, but come on. No announcer in her right mind would say such a thing on purpose. I think we need to go back to the old idea of giving folks the benefit of the doubt. And frankly, we need it from time to time. You big moonhead Sambo. You big moonhead Sambo. It's always some off-code, big wobblehead Sambo caping for Becky. You sad, pathetic, butter biscuit eating bastard. These white supremacists are on code denigrating not only Kobe and his daughter. Remember, this man's daughter died in this. You dig? And by proxy, they're denigrating black society. And I'm seeing primarily white supremacist women. And I'm seeing Cake Soap and Jollof Twitter jumping in the mix too. I'm seeing a lot of these foreign flags up here talking about he out there raping people. I see a lot of that too. And we see some of the white supremacist suspect anti-black males out here too. This guy in particular. Now this guy, Ari, what is his name? He's supposed to be a comedian, one of these cornball comedians. This guy right here, Ari Shafir. Now listen to this guy. Listen to this guy.
I know there's always a lot of hate, pain in the world. And there's always a bunch of terrible stories. And every once in a while, there's a good story. Good story comes out. The guy who got away with rape got his today. Kobe Bryant is gone. I'm here in Charlotte, the home of the team that originally drafted him. Maybe he wouldn't have raped that chick in Denver if he'd stayed in Charlotte with the Hornets. But anyway, the point is, dude, it's as I know.
Okay, so this little low-level piece of shit, you insecure bastard, little insecure dude. Yeah, that's Joe Rogan's homeboy, by the way. And I've told y'all how I felt about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, he's really clicked up with these anti-black racists, these white supremacist suspects who are very insecure. You live in a system of systematic white supremacy where you get all types of benefits and privileges, but you're still insecure about black males. This was a black star athlete that you could never be. You can't go to that level on your own. You need a system of white supremacy to wipe your ass and give you your daily bread. You can't do it on your own. You're clout chasing. You're trying to leech off of another black person. And that's what the white supremacists do. Your whole existence is about leeching off of people. You're just leeching off of another black person for clout. This time you're doing it for clout. You're leeching off of a deceased man and his family for clout. Trying to get some white supremacist shine, you know. So we see how insecure the type of fuckboys you are. So, you know, that is what it is. But again, this is the kind of company that people like Joe Rogan keep. And I've always been very suspicious of Joe Rogan. And his little platform is a platform for suspected white supremacists. You know, he's basically connected with the alt-right, and that leads to his popularity. We have to understand white supremacy is on the move heavy, and there's a lot of people who believe in white supremacy. So they need people who can speak to that. That's why he's popular like that. See, people think, and black people allow these folks to con you into believing that white supremacy is a couple of skinheads who goes to Charlottesville to march. No, we live in a complete society dominated by white supremacy. So so it doesn't matter what they say to you, but we're in here heavy. 7,000 people in here. We're in here heavy. Doesn't matter what they say to you. Doesn't matter how nice they are. At the end of the day, these people still will bang the drum for white supremacy. Now let's look at some more tweets from the white supremacists and their Negro minions. There's a lot of people here trying to run with the he raped that woman narrative. They're running with that heavy. Let me see. And this is real eerie. This is a tweet from 2012 from a Twitter page called Dot Noso. He said Kobe is going to end up dying in a helicopter crash. This dude said this in 2012. This is very eerie, by the way. This is very eerie. All right. So, and here's some chicks. They got a podcast called Uppity Negress. It's two immigrants. One is from Ghana. I don't know what the other one, but they're immigrant LGBT, two Negro immigrant LBGT. So they were on here trying to get butter biscuits. RIP to everybody on that flight who wasn't a rapist. So they're trying to get butter biscuits from white mommy and white daddy. I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of cake soap in Jollof Twitter. Here they go. Pan-African, Africana womanists, centering black women, children. Oh, just all that bullshit. These are a couple of LGBT couple, cake soap, immigrants, non-foundational black Americans. So this just shows we got enemies all over the place here. We got enemies all over the place, family. This is why I ain't putting on the cape for nobody. Here's another one. I know being an alleged rapist, actually wearing the blood of the victim on your shirt to the police station, having literally trying to kill the victim on your people trying to kill the victim. What is he saying? I know none of that matters when people are feeling grief, but I wish it mattered. This is another feminist, pretend feminist. And this is somebody had some stuff on her. I just brought my kid a black Barbie doll with a bit natural fro. My 2-year-old son is running around yelling, hair, hair, hair. So she got her son a woman doll. So she's butt breaking her own kids. So this just shows that Negro bedwench mammy mentality that's out here, caping and trying to get brownie points from white mommy and white daddy. All right. Here's another white woman. D. Tubman brought these receipts. A white woman who works as an EMT, I think. She shows a picture of Kobe Bryant being tossed into a casket, and this is the woman right here. So the white supremacist suspect women and their Negro minions are really having a field day today with the disrespect. The mammies and bedwenchers are showing out. Family, this is why it's foundational Black American or nothing. This is why we should have circled our wagons a long time ago. We should have circled our wagons a long time ago. We got way too many enemies who we've been caping for. We don't have any friends. We don't have any allies. It's all about us, and that's okay. We got to understand it's okay for foundational Black Americans to look out for foundational Black Americans. It's all about us. It's all about us, and we need to keep it about us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, them trying to bring up that rape case, understand, Kobe was never convicted. They're using the I'm white not say so narrative. They're trying to lie and say that Kobe confessed, and Kobe did not confess. There was one suspected white supremacist who hopped in my mentions talking about after he admitted it. They keep lying, saying that he admitted it, and he posted up a quote from his statement from his lawyer. Kobe did not admit to raping that woman. This is the statement that Kobe released during the end of that trial where they settled, they dropped the case, and part of it was him to put out a little bullshit statement. And the key parts of the statement is, although I truly believe this encounter between us was consensual, I recognize now that she does not view this incident the same way I did. After months of reviewing discovery, listening to her attorney, and even to her testimony in person, I now understand how she feels that she did not consent to this encounter. So he said he didn't confess to anything. He said it was consensual from day one. And he said, basically, I understand how she can feel that it wasn't consensual. He didn't say that it wasn't consensual. He didn't say that. That's just some lawyer legalese that they put together. So nobody admitted guilt. She didn't admit to lying. He didn't confess to anything, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. Don't ever let nobody say that he confessed, because he did not confess. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, not only that, what people keep leaving out, and again, we got to understand this. And I've said this many times. In the system of white supremacy, all sex between a Black man and a Black woman is considered rape, even if it's consensual. I want to say that again. Y'all have heard me say that for about a decade. That still applies. All sex between a Black man and a Black woman is considered rape, even if it is consensual. Black people think I'm just talking out the side of my ass when I say that. That's how they think. That's how they think. This is why any time a woman who's white says that a Black man rapes her, no matter how cockamamie the allegation is, even if she's been having consensual sex with this person for a long time, they can just literally make up any excuse and say, hey, you know what? All them 100 times I had sex with that Black person, I think I was raped now. And she will be believed. That's part of them being on code. That's part of the white supremacist code. I want y'all to understand that. All sex between a Black man and a white woman. Did I say white woman? I meant white woman. I don't know. I might have said something else. I meant white woman. If I said something else, I don't know. I meant white woman. I said Black man and a white woman. Yes, Black man and a white woman. Black man and a white woman. That's what I mean. Black man and white woman. That's what I meant. So the woman in question, her name was Caitlin Faber. Now, do y'all know that this woman Caitlin Faber, the white woman who said that Kobe raped her, she was at a party right after the consensual sexual encounter. She was bragging to her friends about having sex with Kobe, and she was happy about it. Most articles about this, it's been scrubbed from the web. See, we got to understand how to get these receipts. If you Google, you probably won't even find that. This woman was actually bragging about having sex with Kobe at a party with several witnesses. Now, the media don't like to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. And here's an article from 2003 that's been scrubbed off the net, by the way. Most of these articles have been scrubbed off the net, but some of these, you can find some of these local papers. When you look in their archives, you can see it. Let me read it. One claims she described Bryant's anatomy. She was at a party talking about Bryant's dick. This white girl was at a party with her white friends bragging about Kobe Bryant's dick. Let me read some of the article here. All right? The young woman accusing Kobe Bryant of rape bragged about the alleged assault at a party last week and gave a graphic description of the NBA player star's anatomy, partygoers said. Steve Ivanko told NBC News that he was surprised when the 19-year-old Colorado woman showed up at his party on July 15th, 3 days before prosecutors slapped Bryant with sex assault charges. He said, quote, "She was bragging about the whole thing," Ivanko said, adding that the woman seemed happy. She was having fun. She even answered questions about the Los Angeles Lakers star's manhood. 5 people at the party told NBC. She answered with a gesture and a description. I couldn't believe it. Okay? Family, this woman was bragging about Kobe's black cock to several witnesses. So she was saying it's consensual. They were saying this woman was happy about it. You know what she was doing? Let me tell y'all how I think this thing went down. Before that, now remember, they also found multiple men's semen in this woman's drawers along with Kobe's. They found multiple DNA of different men's semen in this white woman's drawers when she went to do a rape kit. Okay? It was not just Kobe's semen. It was other dudes' semen, multiple dudes, like 3 dudes' semen in her drawers. So this woman was throwing that pussy around so much, she wasn't even taking time to wash her ass. This woman didn't take time to wash her ass. This is how much she was throwing that mayonnaise pussy around. She didn't stop to douche or wash her ass. If you got all that different semen up in you, in your drawers, ugh. So basically what it looks like, this woman was out there in Colorado somewhere where probably ain't too many brothers. Probably somewhere out there in the boonies, ain't too many brothers. So she got her little Negro fantasy dick popping. She went to that party, bragging to her friends. Guess what, guys? Guess what? You know, they try to be edgy. This is how little white girls be trying to be edgy when they fuck a black dude. That's them. That's like climbing Mount Everest or something. That's them being edgy around their white friends. Guess what? Guess what I did? I bet you won't believe that. What'd you do? I had a black cock. No. And guess what? It was Kobe fucking Bryant. No way! Way! His cock was so huge. His cock was the size of my fucking arm. She was at the party bragging about his dick. No way. Yeah, I gobbled that cock. She was at that party bragging about getting the soul pole. She was bragging about it. And the word probably got around that little town that she was a black cock slut. She was bragging to her friends. She had a couple of drinks and started bragging about the black cock and how she liked it. Now the word got around town. The word done got around town. Hey man, Caitlin's a nigger lover. Dun dun dun. Oh, when the word nigger lover gets around, oh, that's a stigma. So now some of your little white privileges might be squandered. So now you running around here bragging about some soul pole. Now you a nigger lover. The white boys feel a certain way about you now. So now the word travels fast in these little small towns. She's a nigger lover. So now, damn, I'm a nigger lover. Shit. Oh my God. So now you got that nigger lover stigma on you. So how do you get it off? Well, oh my God. Oh my God, I was raped. I just remembered, guys. I didn't like the black cock. I didn't like it so much. I was actually raped, dude. So now she was raped. Yeah? So she can get that nigger lover stigma off her dumb ass. That's what that was about. She was trying to get that stigma off because the word traveled around the town. She was bragging about that damn dick, and then the white dude started looking at her funny style, so she had to play it off and say, okay, well, damn it, he took this pussy. And that's what that is. So now she actually got the stigma off of her. Just like some of these Bill Cosby accusers. These white women were having consensual sex with Bill Cosby. That's why Bill Cosby has never been convicted of rape. He's never been arrested for rape. They just used a bunch of I'm white and I say so rules on Cosby. So now they all get together and cleanse that nigger lover stigma off of them now that they're older. So now they can get some stock back in the white society. They can get that little stain off their resume. All you got to do is just say, hey, yeah, I fucked the Negro, but you know what? I was raped when he did it. I feel like I was raped. I know I was fucking him 8, 9 times, but I was not in my right mind. I wasn't in my right mind. So with this case, look, they went on and made a little deal to toss it because they knew, you know, they were going to run that woman's rep through the ringer. They had too many witnesses. They had all that ding-a-ling DNA up in her ass. So they were going to run her through the ringer. But Kobe and those guys, they didn't want that stigma of him having to go through a trial because even now, this man wasn't convicted of anything. And he just died in a fiery crash, and you have these suspected white supremacists still trying to put a negative stigma on him. You understand? So they wanted to just go ahead and quietly settle everything, throw it out the way, make it go away. She probably got some kind of settlement somewhere. They said they didn't exchange money, but the Laker organization, the NBA, somebody gave that white woman some money. She got a bag somewhere. She got a bag from somebody. You did? That woman got a bag from somebody. But her little nasty ass, y'all can miss me with the believe all women and all that stuff because let me tell y'all something. When that black woman was out there with the Duke lacrosse players, when that black woman said them white boys raped her, y'all didn't believe her black ass, did you? All you white feminists, all that believe all women. Oh, I believe all women. Believe all women. All women got to be believed. Boy, when that Duke lacrosse sister said, hey, these white boys raped me, bitch, you got a slut background. Oh, they dug all off into her shit to discredit her. They damn sure didn't believe her. You did? Man. But this woman in Colorado. What was the difference between her and the Duke lacrosse woman? They tried to talk about the sexual partners of the Duke lacrosse accusers and all that, but we ain't supposed to talk about Caitlin Favor's sexual damn background. Hell, that week, that woman still had multiple specimens of semen in her damn drawers. You know how nasty you are to do that? This woman had old semen in her drawers. This woman had prehistoric semen in her drawers. This woman had Jurassic Park in her drawers. She can bring dinosaurs back with her pussy. This woman was nasty as hell. She was nasty as hell. You dig? But they don't ever, in white society, they don't never put that slut thing on their own. They're right no matter what. That's what Neely Fuller calls the royalist system. Royalty and whiteness is royalty. Royalty is never wrong. Even when it's wrong, it's still right. Let me tell y'all something. Negroes, get off this low self-esteem shit where we gotta start running up under non-black people. Do you know how nasty some of these non-black people are? We got this thing where we've been told that we're the filthy people. We're actually the clean people. I ain't talking about dusty niggas and hood rats. Black people are pretty much, we're a godlike people. So cleanliness is next to godliness. We're very clean people. As a collective, other groups, you don't understand how nasty some of these people are, black people. Y'all really can't fathom how nasty some of these other groups of people are. And nasty as hell. You dig? Some of these people in the dominant society don't even use washcloths or loofah sponges to bathe. They just use bars of soap. You understand? That's why you go to their cribs and there's hair all over the fucking soap. Be like, God damn. They didn't even wash their asses with cloths. You understand? Some people... Didn't Lady Gaga say some shit recently about how she waits a couple of days to take a bath? Some shit she said. Lady Gaga said something about what she don't like taking baths or something. I'm like, oh my God. You dig? This is why these folks back in the Jim Crow days, even now to a certain degree, they would have black folks come over to clean their goddamn houses. That's why they all had black housekeepers. They understood how filthy they were. They were filthy fucking people. You know? Yeah, that's right. Some don't even use soap. They just use water. Hot water is the soap in it. And I'm talking about a lot of these folks. Look at what's going on in China right now. Nigga. What's this new disease they got coming out of China? The corona disease? And I told you, I'd have been through China for a quick minute. I had to stop over in China. There's some nasty shit going on over there. You dig? It's some nasty shit going on over there. They got a new disease that then popped out of nowhere coming out of China because they over there eating bat soup. They over there eating nasty ass bats. Ugh. Now a new disease then popped up. Duh. Look at the nasty shit they be eating. Yeah, man, they over there eating boiled bats. They're boiling bats and eating them. Nigga, bats are just flying rats. Yeah, they got a corona disease, this new disease that then popped up. Somebody from China came over and now it's in... A bunch of people done died. Now a couple of new cases are over here. They done brought it over here. I know one is in Orange County. Nigga. Well, the coronavirus. You understand? Yes, they eating bats, man. Somebody said bat. Yes, they are here eating bats. We're in here heavy. They out here eating straight up bats right now, dude. They be eating anything out there. Let me see if I can find a video of it. This coronavirus that's popping out. They're saying this stuff, they don't know how to cure this thing yet. Hold on. Yeah, coronavirus in China. Hold on one second. Notice it's always something crazy coming out of there. It's the coronavirus, SARS. It's always something crazy. It ain't. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this mess. Hold on. Oh goodness. Okay, look at this. So they over here eating these damn bats, boiled bats, this nasty, filthy, not garbage. They're eating bat soup. Man, everything ain't supposed to be damn eaten. Oh, Lord. So look at this filth, man. Yeah, the bird flu came out of there because they'll eat any goddamn thing. They eat anything. This is horrible. Okay? Man, they got kids up here eating this stuff. Look at this. This is filthy. God damn. Good Lord, man. God. And then you wonder why you got a weird disease that then popped up. God. Yeah, they got here eating mice. And that's why I don't never let nobody say nothing slick about no black people. Yeah, I don't let nobody say anything slick about black folks. The shit these other groups be doing, the stuff that they be doing, I don't let them say nothing slick about us. They eat cats, rats, dogs, mice, other humans. That's what we talked about in Hidden Colors 5. That's another thing too. That's another thing too. You know what? And understand, these people, these over there in China, they eating all this crazy stuff and getting all these diseases. And understand, they're taking all that to Africa too, because they're slowly colonizing Africa. So how many people are dying over there in Africa? See, we don't even know the effects of Africa now. What's happening over there? They're bringing that stuff over there. You understand? See, my African brothers and sisters, y'all need to be watching out over there. Watch what you eat when they bring stuff over there for you to eat. Watch what you eating from them. You understand? Watch what you eat from these folks. Yeah, I don't let them say anything about black folks. My African brothers and sisters, be careful. Because they always got some weird stuff they bring into us. If they over here eating this stuff, this crazy stuff on their own, just imagine what they give to us. Remember, in one of the Hidden Colors films, or one of our films, we talked about how the Chinese, they were sending over like fake meat and fake rice and fake foods over to Haiti. They're sending over plastic rice it's not even real rice. Sending over this real synthetic meat that's not even real meat. So we got to watch this stuff, man. All that stuff was coming out of China. Watch it, man. We got to understand. We got to get back out here in the ground, learn how to grow our own stuff. We got to get our own food pantries. We got to learn how to feed each other. When I was over there in Africa, that's what I was politicking with brothers and sisters about. You know, food trade. What can we do to sustain ourselves? With food, growing our own food, planting our own food. So we got to get on that kick. Because they've always been doing little slick stuff, with food, with our bodies, with diseases, with poisons. You understand? We got to really study food. We got to really study food. This is why in the films that we always have nutrition conversations in our foods. Yeah, fake supplements as well. You understand? But look, we don't know the half of the things that they've done with the foods, with these diseases out here, with the experiments out here. Let me tell you something. Look, over in China, because they're basically colonizing Africa, dude, I wouldn't put it past them over there in China having a freezer full of Negroes that they're eating. They're secretly eating black folks over there in China. I wouldn't put it past them. They've done it in Europe. We talked about that in Hidden Colors 5. How during slavery, they would eat black people. Y'all need to get Hidden Colors 5. We talk about this stuff. During slavery in America, they would straight up and down eat us. They would eat our bodies. Let me tell y'all something. Where are my New Yorkers? Let me get heavy. Somebody said he's vegetarian. I feel you. But where are my New Yorkers? Do y'all know up in New York, my brother sent me a link about this the other day. Up in New York, by the Bronx, they got something called Hart Island. Do y'all know about Hart Island up in New York? In New York, they got something called Hart Island. Hart Island is an uninhabited, basically an abandoned island right off the Bronx in New York. It's called Hart Island. Hart Island has millions of unmarked bodies buried there. It's been there since the late 1860s. You have a lot of black people buried there. Listen what I'm telling you. They would send, a lot of white slave owners would send their dead slaves up to New York to be experimented on by the medical schools. A lot of the medical schools were up in New York, up in the East Coast, up in the northern states, up in the northern states. And they would, after the slaves would die, they would send the dead bodies up there to be experimented on, and God knows what else. God knows what else. But up in New York, a lot of black people who wandered up to New York after slavery, after the Civil War, they were killed and put in that damn Hart Island. It's Hart spelled like Kevin Hart. H-A-R-T. You know? So they would do a lot of experiments on black people in New York and bury their asses on Hart Island. Just throw them up there like mass graves all over the place up there. And they don't talk about that place. They don't tell you shit about Hart Island. You can't really go there. You gotta kind of you gotta have some kind of clearance to go there. Look up Hart Island, right up there in the Bronx. Yeah? Bunch of dead black people up there. You got some white people sprinkled here and there, but mostly it's dead black people. It's the hundreds of years of dead black people up in that Hart Island. They call it City Island. Yeah. Yeah, they would send a lot of dead black people to medical facilities to experiment on and to harvest everything they needed to harvest. They've been doing that since the 1800s. They've been doing that since the 1800s. It's by City Island. Okay. Yeah, they say it's haunted there. That's why it's haunted. And there's a lot of people who, they want to claim the bodies there and all they can. It's real crazy. That's why they say the shit is haunted. Yeah, you never heard about it. They never talk about it. Whenever you see some shit that ain't being talked about, everything is hush-hush, understand there's some racial shit going on there. Understand there's some racial shit going on there. City Island is across from Hart Island. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, City Island is creepy. Yeah. But, yeah, man, it just shows. They've always done little slick stuff with us. They've always done little slick things with us and our bodies and tried to be hush-hush about it. You dig? Yeah, the Tuskegee experiment, all that stuff. But look, man, the way these white supremacists have acted about Kobe Bryant's death, it just kind of made me raise my antennas a little bit. I'm like, okay, what are these? They're very celebratory over Kobe Bryant dying. They're a little bit too celebratory. So that makes me want to put on the tinfoil kufi. You know, that makes me want to put my kufi on. Like, okay, well, what's going on here? For them to be this happy and this celebratory for it. And I've seen a couple of fake videos. Some people were saying, oh, here's the video of the actual crash. That's a fake video that some people are trying to circulate. There's a video of a helicopter crash. I think it was somewhere near Dubai, and they're trying to circulate that, saying that it was Kobe's helicopter. It's not Kobe's helicopter, because if you can look and see, the background is different. It's a totally different background. And again, I was up there today, and Calabasas. Let me take this off my page. Where the crash is, it's not too far from where I live. I'm not too far from Calabasas, so I was up there. I went up there earlier. And hold on one second. Let me show y'all. Let me just post a little clip of when I was up there earlier. I'll put it on my gram. So you can see this is what the crash site looked like. And this is another thing that really was interesting to me. This was at around 2 o'clock my time. The helicopter crash was at 9:30, 9:57 this morning. Hold on. So this is the actual crash site. It's still smoldering. Basically still low-key on fire 5 hours later. All right? So that's the background, and that's helicopters all around. So there was helicopters passing my house. That's me chilling. So there's a lot of helicopters around that area. All right. So that was the area. Still smoldering after all this time. So I'm like, okay, why are they letting this shit burn for so damn long? Why didn't they just put the thing out? Yeah, the Kobe thing has kind of messed a lot of people up. But yeah, they've let this. Again, the thing was still low-key on fire. It was still smoldering 5 hours later. And I left, it was still smoldering. Yeah, I was wondering why they let this thing burn so long. Why are they letting it in? Again, this is a helicopter. It's not no big plane. It wasn't a real big plane. But why are they letting this thing smolder the way they're letting it smolder? Just questions. Just interesting observations. Just interesting observations. Like, damn. Why did it crash? That's one thing we're not hearing. Nobody's saying why the thing crashed. And that's why I'm like, why y'all letting this thing burn like this? Y'all letting all the damn evidence burn up. I mean, all these helicopters, y'all could have put that thing out with a damn hose pipe. It's a helicopter. So it contained magnesium, hard to contain. You can put magnesium out, though. You know, just go ahead and extinguish it. You can put a fire out. Said there was mercury there. Yeah, they got all the bodies. So, you know, I want to know, shit. What's the details? Why did it crash? What happened? What was the malfunction? They say it was the fog. Okay, I can buy that. It was pretty foggy this morning out here. And again, I'm near that area, so it was pretty foggy, especially within the mountains. I could see that. I can see, you know. But do helicopters use radar? You did? This is a tough one, yeah. Magnesium reacts to water and oxygen, okay. So it's interesting. So now you got to ask a lot of questions here. No, it was a total. I think it was a total of 9 people, and that includes the pilot too, Kobe, his daughter, the pilot, and some other people. They haven't released the names of the other people because I think they're trying to notify all the family and all this stuff. So yeah, the entire city was very foggy today. Some days it is very foggy out here sometimes. Some days it is very foggy out here, but okay. Yeah, we got 9,000 people in here. We're heavy in here. Everybody, all my people in here, hit the link below for the Foundational Black American Conference that's happening in Atlanta. Foundational Black American Conference 2020. Click fback2020.com to get your tickets to join us. Also, click hiddencolorsfilm.com to get Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And by the way, we're having that big Hidden Colors package sale starting February 1st for the whole month of Black History Month. For the whole month of February, we're having that. But like I'm saying, I don't put nothing past the authorities. Listen, you know, just like with Nipsey's death, I didn't put anything past them. I was very suspicious about it. I'm still suspicious about it. We do know, and the police they've admitted that they were investigating Nipsey Hussle right when he died. They were already investigating him. I've always been suspicious of the killer who sent him to do that job. Why did this guy get this high-powered lawyer? How was he able to get away for so long, so many days? A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that I had an issue with. A lot of stuff I had an issue with. Now, they did I didn't see the Grammys, but there was supposed to be a dedication to Nipsey Hussle on the program today. And rapper YG, who was going to be a part of it, rapper YG, he got arrested days before. And they said it was some kind of burglary. So they arrested YG right before the Nipsey Hussle dedication. So that was them kind of busting his balls. That was them trying to bust his chops. That was them trying to bust his chops. So they always do little slick shit like that. They always do little slick shit like that. What did Tone Tit say? People are tweeting me or hit me up saying that Tone Tit said something about Kobe. He said something fucked up, and I guess Tone Tits deleted it. What did Tone Tit say about Kobe? Somebody said he said something slick. Oh, Lord. But like I said, look. The white supremacists, they don't like taking no L's. They don't like taking L's. They don't like when they try to get a Negro and they slip and miss. They tried to get him with that rape case. But the girl, she had so much damn semen in her drawers from everybody, and she's going around bragging about getting black dick, so she fucked it up. So they're like, well, damn, we didn't get to use the I'm white not say so rule to bring Kobe down. So I don't put anything past these people. I don't put anything past these folks. These white supremacists, they will do anything to have you take a loss and they feel like they can get a win. I don't put anything past them. When you see black folks having so-called accidents or whatever, we better understand some of these things, and I'm not saying this Kobe thing is or not. I'm not saying that it is or not, but I'm just saying, historically speaking, they will orchestrate certain things just out of revenge. You dig? When they feel like somebody black is getting over or gotten one over, they'll do little stuff to orchestrate to sabotage you and get you harmed. For example, Teddy Pendergrass, the great late legendary singer Teddy P. Teddy P was one of the greatest R&B singers in the game. Teddy, major ladies man in the 70s. Teddy was making all of Teddy's albums went platinum. He was going platinum without crossing over. Teddy Pendergrass was that dude in the 70s. Now he's out there in Philly with all this money. He got a black man in Philly, and this is Philly in the 70s. Understand, in the 70s, the racism in Philly was crazy. Remember the MOVE organization and all that? That started then. So you had these racist-ass politicians in power in Philly. at that time. So the police chief, it was some real racism going on out there in Philly, heavy. So now you got Teddy P, this black man running around here who didn't cross over. Teddy kept it black as possible, running around town with all of these Mercedes, these Lamborghinis, living in a mansion, just flaunting his wealth around Philadelphia, where Negroes were supposed to be in their place. You dig? And understand, they hated Teddy. The white brass in Philly hated Teddy Pendergrass. Rizzo, that was Frank Rizzo, that was that era. They hated Teddy Pendergrass. Do y'all understand? Teddy even sued the police there for harassing him. Do y'all know that? Y'all look all this stuff up. Teddy Pendergrass sued the police for harassing him all the time. They would harass him nonstop out there in Philly. I think did he win that case against the police? Yeah, I think he won. They really don't like that. They really don't like that. So Teddy's out there, all them women, all that money, suing the police, getting them off his back. So they were doing shit like cutting his brakes on his car. So that was the reason he crashed. They were sabotaging his cars. He was driving and he was trying to hit the brakes and he crashed. They despised Teddy just because he was a macho ladies man, black man, making money on his own terms without getting white permission. Same thing with Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke was a boss. Sam Cooke was out here owning his masters. Sam Cooke was out here clicking up with Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali. He's hooking up with black folks that white people tell you not to be around. You understand? See, when a nigga cross over and a nigga gets some money, you're supposed to stay away from them radical Negroes. Sam said, no, I'm not staying away from them. As a matter of fact, Sam got his own record label and signed Muhammad Ali. He did an album with Muhammad Ali. So Sam Cooke was running around LA with all this money, pockets full of money, Lamborghinis and all these fly exotic cars, getting it in, owning his own stuff. And he was being warned. The mafia was warning and threatening him. Hey man, you shouldn't, don't sign a deal where you're gonna own your masters and all that. Sammy Davis Jr. was warning Sam Cooke, hey man, you need to lay low. Because remember, Sam was all clicked in with Frank Sinatra and the Mafia and all these guys. So I'm talking about Sammy Davis. Sammy Davis so he knew, Sammy was kind of a fly on the wall around these types of people who was clicked in with government and law enforcement. So Sammy Davis was like, hey bro, man, these white boys, man, are really on your bumper, bro. You need to kind of lay low. You shouldn't, this little deal that you got going on where you're going to start owning your shit, man, you might have to, lay low on that. And Sam was like, no, I'm about to get mine. Fuck that. Then all of a sudden, he mysteriously got killed. Yeah? They send little messages with us. They always send little messages with us. Let's go back to Johnny Cochran and OJ. They've been trying to, look, when OJ got off in the 90s, because he didn't kill those people. He didn't kill them. But they like to use the I'm white and I say so law. If we say you did, that means you did it. We don't care if you did it or not. The fact that we're God to you, and if God says something, that means it's going to be true. It don't have to be true, but we say it's true, so it's going to be true. We'll make it true. And when that doesn't work, they panic. When that doesn't work, they panic. You dig? So they couldn't get OJ then. They were mad at Johnny Cochran. They were doing a little shit to try to sabotage Johnny, but Johnny was playing past their asses. Johnny Cochran's brother in the late 90s got killed out here in LA. He got mysteriously killed. They said he was on drugs or whatever and got shot, but Johnny Cochran's brother got killed. Look that up. And when Johnny died, he died right before he was about to make this big reparations play. Johnny Cochran was about to organize this big reparations push. He was going to get that. And they were like, oh, no, brain aneurysm time. He got that brain aneurysm, just like Khalid Muhammad. And I've heard all types of conspiracies about our brother Khalid Muhammad, that he was low-key poisoned. I've heard a whole bunch of stuff. But even with OJ, remember, when they finally got him in jail, look at all the white people who were behind orchestrating that. They were working behind the scenes to set him up. The white dude who called OJ and said, hey, OJ, we can go get your stuff. Remember, this white man had a wire on. He was all wired up. So this was a setup from the beginning. OJ sitting up here thinking he got white buddies, and his white buddies are setting him up. Yeah, Reginald Lewis, he wrote that book, Why Should All the White Guys Have All the Fun? He mysteriously died. Yeah? So, we got to understand how they'll orchestrate some things. We don't put it past them. Just knowing their history, we don't put it past them. We shouldn't be fearful of that, but we don't put it past them. And just the fact that so many suspected white supremacists are so celebratory over Kobe and his daughter crashing in a helicopter accident, you can't put nothing past these folks. These are so-called reputable white people sitting up here co-signing this filth. So this is how they get on code. This is I would like to know what the malfunction was. What was the malfunction? From what I understand, they took the helicopter from Orange County. Okay. Who was down there in Orange County? What was the airport they launched from? Did the people in Orange County put the right amount of gas in there? You know, everybody needs to be investigated. You know, let's investigate everybody. That's why I want to know what happened. Was it just the fog? I mean, hell. What's happening? I don't put nothing past them because they lie too much. The white supremacists lie too much. When it comes to us, they lie and they get on code. For example, y'all see what's going on with Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown has been arrested, and they threw all of these crazy charges on this dude. Antonio Brown, they arrested him, and they are, he didn't hit rock bottom. He's going to have a mental evaluation. Basically, he got into a basic little minor altercation with a moving truck driver. They said he threw a rock at the moving truck driver, and him and his partner snatched the keys from the driver, and the key scratched the driver's arm or some simple shit. So now they done threw some charges at him, Antonio Brown. They threw some charges at him, talking about the penalty can be life in prison. They're talking about, because he threw a rock and took some keys, it's burglary with assault. It's the same shit they did with OJ, where you're taking your own stuff and it's going to be called burglary. This is some I'm white and I say so stuff, where Antonio Brown is taking his own stuff. What happened? He paid $4,000 for his stuff, but the guy wanted some more money. So he's like, hey, man, give me my stuff, man. Stop fucking around and give me my stuff. So now that's assault with burglary. That's what the assault with burglary is. Antonio paid this guy some money. The driver said, well, hell, I had to circle back around, so I want some more money. He's like, no, give me my shit. Now you face life in prison for that. That's what he's facing life in prison for. He's facing life in prison for that. Same thing with OJ. When they threw OJ in jail, how long did OJ do in jail? OJ, what, did he do like 7, 8 years, 9 years? I don't know. But they had OJ in jail for a minute for stealing his own stuff, which is really revenge for the him getting off on the case in the 90s. That was really revenge. White people use the court system for revenge. Now, remember, there was another white NFL player a week ago. What was his name? He vandalized somebody's car. He jumped on somebody's car for no reason at all. And they ain't even talking about this. He got like a little slap on the wrist. What was the white player's name? Yeah, so OJ did 9 years for that. So the white player was vandalizing somebody's car. What's his name, guys? Because I don't really follow football like that, but I know about that white player who was vandalizing somebody's car, and they didn't do anything to his ass. Not only that, notice Edelman, right? Julian Edelman. Yes, Julian Edelman. Now, notice that Julian Edelman, this happened a couple of weeks ago. They didn't do shit to him. Not only did they not do anything to him, when Julian Edelman got arrested, you haven't seen his mugshot. This is how they stay on code. You have not seen Julian Edelman's mugshot yet at all, and you're not going to see it. They've been protecting this man from day one. Antonio Brown's mugshot was available about an hour after he was arrested. His mugshot was all over the damn internet and all over the news an hour after they booked him. Yeah? So with Antonio Brown, they're using the system of white supremacy as revenge. You know why they're doing revenge on him? Because, see, Brown kept getting into these altercations with his white baby mama. She kept coming to his house and he's making videos clowning her. Yeah, I ain't messing with no white women no more. Why y'all police officers messing with me? Get this woman out of here. Y'all white cops messing with me, y'all crackers. He got uppity. That's what they're throwing the book at him for. He got uppity. He was calling these white supremacist suspects all types of crackers, and they're like, oh, you NFL players, if we let you play football and you make a few $1 million, you're supposed to know your place. We're going to show you how we play off the field. He's up here going off on that white woman. Oh, get this white woman out of here. I ain't want no white woman. Oh, so you're treating white women like you're supposed to treat a negress. You're curving a white woman? So they got to put you in your place for that. Oh, you don't curve a white woman. You don't treat her like you treat a Negro woman. Oh, you're not supposed to put them out and not let them in the house and make the white woman give the car keys back. No, you're treating her like a Negro. No. We're going to have to show you how the system of white supremacy works. See, this is why we always got to be on code with each other. We always got to be on code with each other. So they've been waiting on a situation to get him and throw the book at him. So we better understand how white supremacy works. We got to understand how white supremacy works, and they're very desperate at this point. They're very, very desperate at this point. And speaking of white supremacy, speaking of football, now the NFL, they got this thing called the Responsibility Program that they're doing with Rock Nation, and they got Botham Jean's family out here, and for the Super Bowl, they're going to run this commercial, and I talked about this the other day. They're going to run this Botham Jean commercial about how we matter and all we need to do is learn how to forgive. They're going to show that clip of Botham Jean's brother forgiving and hugging the race soldier. Real sick shit. We're in here heavy, by the way. Everybody, we're like 10,000 people in here. Hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit the like button. Hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, everybody subscribe. Everybody subscribe. But this NFL ad they're going to run, talking about black folks and the police and we all need to get along, is very disgraceful. This is what they blacklisted Kaepernick about. And basically the message is we should learn how to forgive when people commit non-justice to us. When they create or commit injustices towards us, we're supposed to learn how to forgive. And I saw, I think Botham Jean's sister and a couple of other victims of police murders on the Breakfast Club, and they were representing the Rock Nation responsibility program, and basically they were on here on some all lives matter, all cops ain't bad, we all need to get along. It was way too much of this all police ain't bad bullshit for me. I'm sorry. Is this the chess, not checkers move that people kept talking about when Jay-Z signed that deal? Look, I know we all love Jay-Z. Jay-Z was at the Grammy brunch with Puffy, and Beyonce was looking beautiful. Yes, she was. And Jay-Z had on a fly suit, and they're throwing money and flexing money and all that. But that deal, is that the chess, not checkers move? You understand? Is that the chess, not checkers move? You dig? And I saw Diddy, he was speaking out against the racism in the Grammys, and I commend that. But that responsibility program thing, it's basically some all lives matter. Can we all just get away? When you say responsibility, who's responsible? Who's going to be responsible? See, when people create these little programs and all this and throw out all these little words, and these words don't mean nothing, who's responsible? And responsible for what? Who are we holding responsible? Nobody's. These are just empty words. It's basically a forgiveness campaign. It's a forgiveness campaign. Damn that. We got to get off that. It's a forgiveness campaign, and we can't be on that nonsense. See, what they want, the dominant society, they want us to learn how to be submissive. This is why Antonio Brown, they're attacking him. This is a dominant male putting white people in check, so they're going to use their system to put him in check. Kobe Bryant was a dominant player. And now that this man has unexpectedly died, now people are trying to denigrate him by throwing up that bogus rape charge. They don't want to show dominant black males. They don't want to show strong heterosexual black males. This is why, when you look at the Grammys now, most of the images I saw from the Grammys was Billy Porter. You know, he's the eunuch. They dress him up like a eunuch, just like they used to do back in the day. They would castrate black men and then parade them around in fancy clothes. And that's what a eunuch was. He was a non-threatening male that you can now pass around. They had him and they had Lil Nas X. They were parading him around. You understand? Buck broken. They want buck broken males. You dig? And it's important for us when it comes to power to get over the fear. Understand, you might die. The price of freedom is death. Don't be afraid to die. You're going to die for something. If you die for something instead of dying for nothing. Living for nothing means you're going to die for nothing. You know, we don't want to live like roaches. Roaches just exist. Roaches live forever if you let them. But you're just going to be a bottom feeder. You don't want to be that. Yeah, I saw Tyler, the Creator. They had him with the wig on. He was dancing, getting it in. So they had Tyler with the wig on. They had Lil Nas X out there with his bussy out. And they had Billy Porter out there in a little sequin jumpsuit. But I saw something very interesting on the campaign trail the other day. They showed some black people talking to some Bernie bros or somebody. And it was some Bernie campaigners, and they were trying to tell black people why they should vote and all these bullshit trickle-down policies that we gonna get because we're gonna give something to everybody, all that stuff. And black people were calling them out. They were like, hey, we want reparations. And one of Bernie's campaign people were like, well, Bernie can't say nothing about reparations because everybody who spoke on reparations got killed. Now, this was a Latina woman saying this. Yeah, Bernie can't say nothing about reparations because everybody who says something about reparations, they've been murdered. So we can't say nothing about it. He's not going to say that. You're going to have to wait till he get in office. Bullshit. We ain't doing that. We ain't going to do this. Let's just talk in code, and then when they get in office, they gonna let loose. No, we did that with Obama. That ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. We're not gonna sit up here and talk in code, and then when they get in office, they gonna really cut loose. No, it's never gonna happen. It was a white Hispanic lady. She looked kind of Hispanic, but she might have just been a white lady saying that. So what this woman was saying, understand, let's unpack what that woman is saying. We can't, black people, ask for anything that's going to benefit us because somebody might get killed. So we just need to go along with the program. That's not being a voter. That's being a goddamn hostage. That's not how you damn operate. If a campaign person tells you, we can't do nothing for you because somebody might get killed, so just kind of go along with it. You're not a constituent, you're not a voter. They're saying that basically you are a hostage under duress. That means you're a hostage. If you say, hey, I want something to benefit me, no, because somebody might get killed. Well, damn it, I'm a hostage. What the fuck am I participating in a system where the threat of death is over me if I don't go along with a program that doesn't benefit me? I'm not going along with your program now. When they tell you, nah, reparations might get somebody killed. Well, no, I shouldn't be going along with the program. I shouldn't even be participating in that type of system if I'm under duress and the threat of death if I try to get something that's going to help me. You dig? So we got to understand these people are talking to us crazy now. We can't co-sign these people. We can't co-sign these people, the Bernie bros and the Biden buddies or whoever. We can't co-sign these people. Every time we ask Biden, hey, Biden, what are you going to do for black people? Well, look here. Y'all ain't shit, but immigrants built this country, and immigrants are the future. So why are we voting for you? Joe Biden ain't even pretending to give a damn. He's not even giving us the trickle-down bullshit. He just changes the subject. What are we voting for these people for? This is what I'm saying. The liberal white supremacists are coming out heavy. They've shown their horns today with our brother Kobe dying. They played their hand. They're showing other white supremacists what the business is. The liberal white supremacists are trying to out-white supremacy the conservative white supremacists. They own liberal news networks talking about nigga and they're losing their minds. They're losing their minds. If they're not giving us no tangibles, we're just not going to participate. It's that simple. We're not doing trickle-down politics. We're just not doing it. If they're not giving us specific tangibles specifically for us, we're just not going to participate. Excuse me, guys. It's just that simple. It is just that simple. Yeah? We're not going to vote for white supremacy light. We're just not going to do it. Yeah, they're very much on code. What's up, Ann Castor? They are very much on code. Oh, is that news anchor lady fired? Hold on. Let me double check and see. Hold on. If she's fired, that's a great thing. Hold on. Let me look it up. Somebody said that news anchor lady is fired. Let me look and see. Hold on. That'd be great. Hold on one second, because sometimes people be saying stuff. Let me verify it. Oh, that would be great. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. I haven't heard nothing yet. Hold on. I haven't heard nothing yet. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. I think I might just been saying something. Okay. I don't see nothing where she's been fired. No, she ain't been fired yet. I haven't seen nothing. Okay, she hasn't been fired. See, this is why you got to verify stuff. See, niggas will just come in the room and say something. Did she lose her job? I'm not seeing where she lost her job yet. I'm not seeing where she lost her job. Hold on. I'm looking it up now. But let me double check. Let me check another source here. Okay. No, wait. Someone has been. Okay, I see someone who says she's been fired, but okay, no, I don't see any reputable news story saying she's been fired. So she has not been fired. No, she hasn't been fired. I ain't seen nothing about her being fired yet. So no, she ain't been fired. See, we got to double check this stuff. She has not been fired. All right. See, this is why you got to verify stuff, because people will come in and just say shit. So there's a petition to get her fired, but she's not fired. Verify stuff, family. Learn how to verify stuff. Learn how to verify stuff. Now, even if she gets fired, all they're going to do is transfer her ass. She'll be at Fox News Monday. She'll be Fox News first thing in the morning. White supremacists do not get fired. They get transferred. So, man, whoever lied, you're going to have to get blocked. We got to block you. You got to watch what you say. You can't put out stuff that's not true yet. Just be saying shit. That's what we got a very bad problem with that. Putting out misinformation without putting it in context. You didn't say, well, I heard she's fired. I think she's fired. You put it out as a definite fact. So we got to be very careful about that. You got to be very, very careful. But, yeah, that woman did not say no damn nakers. She didn't say that. But anyway, guys, look, y'all go to hiddenscolorsfilm.com. Again, the Black History Hidden Colors sale is going to start next week, next Saturday, through the whole month of February. We're going to have Hidden Colors 1 through 5, including the 1804 DVD. We're going to have all 6 DVDs half off for just $49.99. You're going to get 6 movies, $49.99 for the whole month of February. So we're already ready. We're stocked up. Y'all going to get them very fast. That's going to be at hiddenscolorsfilm.com. And if you want to watch Hidden Colors 5 now, go to hiddenscolorsfilm.com and you can watch Hidden Colors 5 right now. You can stream that, and you can stream some of the other movies. If you don't have a DVD player, you can just stream the movies now, ladies and gentlemen. But again, with the Kobe thing, rest in power with Kobe. I just don't put nothing past anybody. I want to, know what else is going on. I want to know what the malfunctions were with this helicopter. Like I said, the white supremacists and the white supremacist suspects, you just can't put anything past them. And I know a lot of people are talking about Nipsey now. I know they did a dedication to him at the award show tonight. And with Nipsey, again, there's still a lot of speculation and questions. Again, I don't think to this day that Nipsey's murder was just the act of a random hater. I don't think that nigga went up there just because he was a hater. he went up there for a reason. When Eric Holder went up there to that strip mall where the Marathon store is, Eric Holder already had 2 guns on him. He had 2 guns on him already. He's already strapped. He went up there for a reason. Again, we know that the Los Angeles police were already dicking around with Nipsey and his brother, and they were trying to get them out of that location. We know this. They were trying to get Nipsey out of that location for a long time. We've seen videos of them harassing them at the Marathon store for years. They've been rounding them up, handcuffing them. They've been messing with Nipsey and his brother at that store for years. We know for a fact that some of the higher ups, the prosecutors and all these people, were trying to get the landlords at that strip mall to evict Nipsey. They were trying to get them evicted from that area. Instead of getting evicted, Nipsey and his brother bought the whole strip mall. They bought the whole thing. They own that. I want y'all to understand the bigger context here. Nipsey and his brother, they owned that whole area. Instead of paying rent to the landlords, they bought that shit from the landlord. They own that. And they own this location on Crenshaw and Slauson, an area that's being gentrified, especially commercially. That area, Crenshaw and Slauson, they're building a new subway, a train station right smack dab in the middle of Crenshaw. They're working on it now. And that's going to be a major stopover, meaning that the commercial real estate is going to go through the roof in that area. I want y'all to understand how the bigger picture looks here. Crenshaw and Slauson, they're building a train system there because they're building a football stadium not too far from there in Inglewood. All in that area, the real estate, the commercial property is about to be insane. The commercial real estate is going to be insane. So now you got this black man and his black partners owning the real estate in a prime area. And all of a sudden, I mean, this thing about to go through the roof over there. When they open that stadium up, look, my daughter and her mother, they have a shop right over there by the Forum. They've been trying to get them out for the longest. Everybody in Inglewood, where my LA people, y'all know the shit they're doing in Inglewood. They're over there jacking up people's rent 3-4 times. Black folks out there in Inglewood to get them out. They're doing all types of shit in Inglewood right now. There's people out there who been living in Inglewood for years. All of a sudden, hey man, your rent was $1,000 a month. Now it's $3,000. They're gentrifying and jacking black folks' rent up and pushing black folks out to Lancaster, pushing black folks out to Riverside. You understand? A lot of the black businesses, they're jacking up the prices out there. I'm telling you what I know. Yeah? They're pricing everybody out. Big time. That's why Nipsey was talking about buying up the shit. This is why Nipsey was talking about buying up the block. This is why, remember, they were about to close down World on Wheels. Nipsey got together with some investors and got World on Wheels popping again. Y'all forgot that, right? A lot of folks forgot it was Nipsey that got World on Wheels popping back again. So they were like, okay, he's doing too much. He's doing too much now. Yeah? So now they've been trying to desperately get Nipsey out of that area. When he was alive, they were desperately trying to get him out of that location. That's a prime location. It's going to be a prime location. That's going to be a prime location. And he's getting in early. So now, all of a sudden, a random hater comes up and kills him in broad daylight. They let that die down a little bit, and now, from what I understand, they're still trying to finagle that property away from Sam and the rest of his investors. Now they're back still trying to wrangle that property back from them. Yeah? But I'm telling you, that stadium that they're building, that football stadium, that's why if you got any paper out there in the Inglewood area, you buy the block, get what you can. That real estate is about to pop off. Just like, dude, in Atlanta, I got a property years ago right by downtown. I got a property a few years ago right by downtown. Right around the corner from the baseball stadium out there in Atlanta. The property I got is like a 2-minute drive from that baseball stadium that's right by downtown. I got that. Where did I get that? I got that years ago. I still own it down there. I bought that shit for $90,000 cash. I didn't go through no banks in this. See, when you go in there with some, you just say, hey, fuck a bank, nigga. I got 90 grand in my pocket right now. I give you for this joint. It was a sister who sold it to me. I bought it. Nigga, that shit is worth like $400,000 right now. So I put tenants in and out of it. But even if I don't have tenants in there, and I just got a bunch of work done on it now, the real estate is still going to pop up. It's still going to go up, 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 up. You dig? So you get in early. You get in early. That's how you do it. Even if you just sit on it. You know, sometimes I get tenants. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't like the tenants in there because they be in there fucking up, tearing up the shit. You know, if I just sit on it and just maintain it, you know, it'll still be good because it's paid for outright. So all it's doing is accumulating, you know, value. Every year the value goes up. Every year the value goes up. This is just one house in one area. So just imagine, I wish I could get a deal like Nipsey had in that location. That location, man, that thing is going to shoot up possibly that location there in the tens of millions of dollars. And it's going to skyrocket when that stadium opens. Yeah? It's going to skyrocket. And when you own that joint outright, even if you just sit on it, even if you don't do anything with it, just the value of it. So if another big corporation comes through, you can say, okay, yeah, you can have it. Give me $100,000. So now you playing with the big stakes now. You can go in there and get a real big bag. You can go in there and get a real big bag and flip that. Even if you just sit on it, even if you don't put no tenants in there, you can just say, hey, look, okay, so now that we got this stadium popping and now y'all want to build a Starbucks. Oh, you want to build a Starbucks? You want to build a Subway foods? You want to build an Applebee's? You want to build all these restaurants? Okay, cool. Give me $100 million of the things and let's get it popping. Yeah? And they really don't like when a young black person is thinking like this. Because that's going to inspire other people. Nipsey was 33 making moves like that. Nipsey was 33 years old. He was a young brother making those types of moves. Yeah? They're like, nah, we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. We need the image of this guy getting killed in gang activity. We need to make it look like this is random gang activity. Let's throw these Negroes' self-esteem down. Yeah, he tried to get out of the ghetto, but the gang life pulled him back. That's the narrative that they want to push. That's why I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it was some random damn hater. I just don't believe that shit. Yeah, I miss my brother Nipsey too. That really, really pissed me off. His shit, that shit pissed me off so bad. Yeah, when they got Nipsey, boy, that shit hit real fucking different, man. I was so pissed when that shit happened, man. I was mad more than anything. Yeah. Oh yeah, we know about Black Wall Street. And anytime we start doing some stuff as far as real estate without the dominant society, then you become a target. And we got to learn how to expect that. And what we have to do, learn how to protect our brothers and sisters. We got to learn how to protect our brothers and sisters. You know, shout out to people like Ida B. Wells. Ida B. Wells, she was a writer. And the community protected her to a certain degree because she was exposing a lot of these white supremacists. She was running her own businesses. So, you know, they kind of ran her out of the South and, you know, the community looked out for her. You dig? Yeah, I cried too. I was so fucking mad when Nipsey got killed, man. You know? Man. Yeah, man. You start fucking around with that real estate and you start owning stuff, you know, then you become a threat. But don't let that deter you. Don't let that deter you because, look, you're going to be sitting around, you know, in poverty and just say, okay, I'm going to throw in the towel and not do anything. That still makes you a target. So we got to get off that hater shit. We got to get off that Florida Evans shit. Whenever somebody does something prosperous, we got to find a way to hate on them and assist the white supremacists in hating on them. Do I see those Prager University commercials? Yeah, PragerU, it's not a university. That's a little white supremacist who got his little think tank who comes up with a bunch of anti-black rhetoric. Yeah, I know about PragerU. I know about PragerU. You know, one of his parents was a foreigner. Nipsey's mother was a foundational black American. Nipsey's mother was a foundational black American. She wasn't a foreigner. Yeah? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the backlash. I mean, the price of freedom is death. The price of freedom is death. Real estate ain't going nowhere. Real estate is going to still stay popping. You know? But again, look, let's not be afraid of stuff. See, stuff like this, we get scared. Black folks see, you know, death happening and, you know, we get scared. Don't be scared. You know, shit, the price of freedom is death. Don't let death scare you. That's a part of life. Sometimes you try to make sense out of it. You know, you live your best life and you live life to the fullest. Okay? And don't let them break you. Don't let them plantation break you. Don't let them buck break you. All these shameful Negroes sitting up here trying to get brownie points from white mommy and white daddy, taking shots at Kobe. Don't be a piece of shit rat Negro like them. And unfortunately, we see a lot of these foreign flag niggas doing that. I'm seeing a lot of foreign flags doing this shit. You know, don't go out like that. Do not go out like that. Terry Crews, he's another one. Speaking of Terry Crews, hold on. Let me find that clip of Terry Crews real quick. Hold on one second. Hold on. Hold on one second. Let me find that clip of Terry Crews. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Yeah, with Terry Crews threw Gabrielle Union under the bus. Okay, where is this? Where's the damn clip? Okay, come on. Now, it was all over the place the other day. Okay, let me look on YouTube. Hold on. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Okay, is this it? Okay. Okay, I think this is it. Somebody's website. I should just look it up on. Okay. Okay, let me just look it up on YouTube. Hold on one second. It got cold out there all of a sudden. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let me play him throwing Gabrielle under the bus. Okay. 3 days ago. Okay. So, Gabrielle Union was on America's Got Talent, one of them shows, and she complained about the racism there. And, they let her go, and, she was talking about it was a racist environment. And a couple of people were saying that. And Terry Crews, he got on the Today Show talking about he didn't see no racism. Hold on one second.
It's like a love fest around here.
Hold on, let me find the clip where he said it.
At the show.
Okay, here it
Was
is.
there a report?
Superstars.
Yeah.
Every show creates a and praying that I had a chance to do something that made a difference.
Hold on.
And when I remember last year, I got a chance to hit a golden buzzer for the Detroit Youth Choir. And these guys, they went all the way. I mean, they went all the way to second place, but they got $1 million from the city of Detroit. Let me tell you, we're creating superstars.
Yeah.
Every show creates a new superstar.
It hasn't been without controversy. While you guys, I guess we should ask you about the Gabrielle Union controversy. Of course, there are reports that her contract wasn't renewed because she reported a toxic atmosphere existed at the show. You're at the show. Is there a toxic atmosphere?
First of all, I can't speak for sexism because I'm not a woman, but I can't speak on behalf of any racism comments. That was never my experience on America's Got Talent. In fact, it was the most diverse place I have ever been in my 20 years of entertainment. The top 10 acts were Asian, women, older, younger, black, white. It was everything in the gamut. Now, I have to say this too. When you look at what the allegations are about, it was given by an unnamed source. My thing is, it's funny because I believe you should listen to women. You should always believe women. So I asked my wife what I should do. And she was like, first of all, if it's coming from an unnamed source, because Gabrielle Union has not made any statement to this day about any of these allegations publicly. So
Have you spoken to her?
I have not. I have reached out, but I have not heard anything. And so my thing was, my wife said, well, if she hasn't made a statement, why would you?
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to listen to her.
We should mention that NBC is still investigating and that they have said they will put new practices into place.
Okay, so Terry said, hey, look, I need a protein bar and some butter biscuits. So he went for the butter biscuits heavy. Wow. Boy, so Terry hopped right on the coon train. What racism? Boy, he went for them butter biscuits heavy. Now, some people said, well, hell, Gabrielle Union threw Nate Parker under the bus. They said Gabby threw Nate Parker under the bus in that movie when that movie came out and the white folks were attacking him, and Gabrielle Union, Gabby got her some butter biscuits too. So somebody said, okay, is this her get back? 2 butter biscuits in a tree, Kissing. I mean, what is it? He got some protein butter biscuits. He's dipping some butter biscuits in creatine. So, the thing about Terry, he went and got his butter biscuits, and some of the bed wenches and mammies on Twitter are talking about, see how black men be doing us black women? See how these black men be throwing us under the bus? See how these black men are? Y'all can shut the fuck up. Because it was black men who called Terry Crews out, myself included. I had a major issue going on in the media last year where I called Terry Crews out. Me and Terry were going back and forth about it. And y'all mammies and bedwenches were caping for him because he was shitting on black men. So y'all thought it was cute and y'all were caping for him. We've been called Terry out for his buck dancing. So miss me with that, oh, see how these black men? No, he don't represent us. We've been called Terry out. You understand? We called Terry out a long time ago, and now that he's an equal opportunity Sambo. Now y'all want to cry foul and put it on black men. No, mammy bed wenches. No, we're not going to do that. Now he's toxic Terry. No. No. Take that on somewhere. Y'all got to eat that. Y'all were caping for him. Y'all eat that. Yeah, he was only a Mike Tyson. Him and Mike Tyson were talking a little greasy. Okay, all right, player. I tried to warn Terry about all that buck dancing. You don't need to do all that. Don't get all tough and greasy now. You weren't like that when the white man grabbed your dick and balls. Yeah? When the white man felt him up, and this nigga was like, well, I couldn't do anything because of my career. Let me tell you something, nigga. Let me tell y'all something. My integrity and dignity comes first. I'm going to make money whatever I do. Damn that. You can't compromise my integrity. Yeah, they buck broken him. They like buck breaking a big Negro, big buff Negro. Those are the main ones they like to buck break. They always trying to test you too. They always trying to test you. They want to get the biggest, buffest one and break them. Let me tell you something, and I've said this before. Terry must have had some kind of energy he was giving off to make that white man comfortable enough to grab his dick and balls in front of his wife. There's an energy that you're giving off to make them that comfortable. Let me tell you something. White people don't get that comfortable around me. They don't get that comfortable around me. They can sense something like that will go the wrong way around me. You dig? You come around me and you see I don't give a shit about no Hollywood career like that. I create my own career. Because if a motherfucker gonna have to grab my dick and balls for me to get a role, I don't need to be doing it. Yeah, that means I don't need to be fucking with you. If I gotta do all that, nah, I do something else. That's a sign for me to do something else. They treated him like a plantation buck because he was probably up there skinning and grinning. He was in there caca and kikiing, and they like, oh yeah, this nigga do anything for a role. He was probably in there performing and just a buck dancing it up, and they were like, oh, let me grab this nigga dick and balls and probably take him somewhere, and like I take all these other niggas who want to get it in, like we do Billy Porter. And some of these Billy Porters probably have been allegedly passed around. They like that. Yeah, they like that. Yeah, there's certain people they ain't gonna try that with. They ain't gonna try with me. They ain't gonna try with people like Michael Jai White. Now, you can be in the game and still have your damn dignity. Yeah, you can have your dignity. You ain't gonna certain things. You're like, I'll pass that roll up. Yeah, I'll pass that one up. Yeah, they try to see what happens. Yeah, they want to see what, they test you out. They see how you skin and grin and how you're laughing and caca. No. They do that with a lot of folks. A lot of sisters too. This is why when I see the Oprahs and all these people with all that believe all women bullshit, and when with Tarana, the Caribbean Burke, Tarana, why it ain't my job to go after white men Burke when they do all this fake ass. Well, we gotta do Me Too for the black girls. I'm just so concerned for the black girls. That pisses me off more than anything because it's fake. They don't give a shit about no black girl. To use black girls and pretend that you're helping them out when you're really trying to protect white men is the most low-down snake shit you can do. They don't give a shit about a black girl or a black woman. Remember, Harvey Weinstein, who Oprah has been protecting. That was her cut buddy. Oprah's been protecting him from top to bottom. They're black women who's been sexually assaulted by Harvey Weinstein. So that I got to do it for the black girls, that goes out the window. There's black models who's accused Harvey Weinstein of fucking with him. Hell, Lupita said Harvey tried to get at her a couple of times. Where all of the we got to do this for the black girls? Lupita said that Harvey was on some shit where he tried to get he took her all up in his house and in another room and tried to give her a massage and then tried to take his pants off, and Lupita was like, oh, I gotta bounce. And then he tried to do it again, and she was like, nah, I can't go all up in your room with you now. I can't do that with you. And he was like, well, and she was like, well, shit, are we good? And he was like, well, I don't know about your career, but you all right. So yeah, Harvey tried to pull up and push up on Lupita a couple of times. If we so concerned about the black girls, where's the outrage for Lupita? Yeah, beautiful sister. Yeah, no word about her, Okra. Y'all ain't really out here trying to push no documentary about him like that. Yeah, look that up. Hell, my nigga Dame called Harvey Weinstein out years ago for his bullshit. Dame Dash called, he was the first person to call Harvey Weinstein out. And people were like, oh man, these are powerful people. Dame was like, man, they on some bullshit. He cussed asses out. Harvey and his brother. He's like, I don't like the way they get down. I don't like the way they treat people. Fuck them. Yeah? So yeah, when they start talking about all the black girl, we got black girl. Yeah? Yeah, miss that. Man. What's up, Mr. Lewis? Email us, bro. You should have yours. And let me say, look, when we do this next sale that we're having next week, like I said, you got to make sure, we're going to make sure that people are putting their correct address on it. You can't do P.O. boxes, and we are not going to ship overseas, unfortunately. We're not going to ship overseas. We cannot ship overseas, unfortunately. So, no P.O. boxes. Make sure you have the right address. Make sure you give us the right address. Make sure you give us the right address. Because that delayed a lot of stuff. So many people were giving the wrong addresses, and then they were emailing us back saying, oh man, I got to change the address. That's my college address. And it just delayed so many packages from going out. You dig? So, I've been on here for a long time. Anyway, man, let me get out of here. Let me go see what's going on with the wife and kids inside. But anyway, man, look, check out ISM Radio this Tuesday. We'll be on ISM this Tuesday. Go to hiddencolorsfilm.com, stream Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the movie 1804. Go to Foundation of Black American website, fbac2020.com, to join us for the Foundation of Black American Conference that's happening this June. Ladies and gentlemen, we were in this room heavy tonight. We've been in here heavy. Anyway, man, y'all have a good night. Y'all